talking about me and I'm not here. You need to know that I love you. And this is when you need real friends. So take your spot. And I got more than 3 minutes, okay? So the next person, I put that in the whole program. No, you got to stand right here. No, you're gonna stand up. Please. The next person is going to be Trish Hardy. Back in high school, we in gym class. Who thought I would know this girl for 50-something years? Can you please come up here with me, please? I want you all to surround me with love. That's how we're gonna do this, okay? But you don't hit my hand in this, okay? You ain't get the way. All right. The next person that I want to come up here is Virginia Rogers. If you look on these pictures, she was there in 1983 at my wedding. If y'all can count, how many years is that? That's unbelievable. And they're still here alive with me, you all. This is the kind of stuff. Come here, girl. You could be all right tomorrow. You can be mad. Okay. I'm answering a question. I said you want to know why, how am I holding up? This is why. This is why. Next person, Miss Marlene Parham Murphy. She got so many names. Okay. All right. No matter what. Okay. Miss Sharice Parham. Don't think I forgot about you. You know if I call your sister, I'm calling you. And I'm actually going to get to my family now. They thought I'm going to leave them out. No, I ain't leaving y'all out. Miss Gloria Williams, come up here. This girl was so instrumental when Kenny passed, and she did me a hug. She did some things for me that I told her I would never forget. And I'm going to tell you something about Joyce when they walk her, and y'all can attest. See, I stayed in front of your face and behind your back, don't I? Okay. Yes. Now, let's get that on record, get that on tape. I stayed in front of your face and behind your back, right, Bo? That's right. Okay. Next person, Miss Ballard, my niece, come up here. Okay. Miss Ballard has been working herself to death, and y'all seen her serving them plates of bacon. I'm trying to see, do I need to put you on the payroll? It was so sweet and so nice. And Rebecca, my other niece that's in the room, come up here. This is all about sharing. And sharing through the years. I mean, I'm getting pretty old these days, y'all, whether I feel it or not. And I have to show the love while I can talk. It don't matter when I'm not here. And so that's why this is a golden moment. I really love you all. Mr. Jonathan, nephew, come up here. Okay, is it all about love? Sure. It's all. And I'm gonna call somebody else up here, and anybody, they grown, everybody here is grown, you can do what you want. I'm gonna call Mr. Anthony Walker up here. Yeah. Okay? Hope I didn't disturb Anthony. But I have to do this like this. Sometimes I get a feeling to do things, and everybody know I'm gonna do it my way, and I have to do it my way. Okay? So the reason I'm doing this like this, and there's some people that are not here that are on Zoom, but it is all about love. That's the only way I can really roll, y'all. I can't go with nothing else. I can't go with the past. I have to go with love because that keeps me going on. Right. I mean, I just gotta tell y'all that. And some of y'all that don't know me, maybe you get to know me a little bit better now. Look, love kept me together with Kenny from 41 plus 4 years. He's 45. We dated 4 years. It had to be love. I mean, it had to be love. So, and when I was introduced to their family, I'm from a little family, and I went to the first family reunion and saw these buses. I could see them. I said, Kenny, all these people in your family. I just wasn't used to it. So I'm just saying that when somebody say, how are you holding up? You know, I listen very carefully when people ask me questions. This is how I'm holding up. This is how I'm holding up. No matter what. Anthony and I almost got the same birthday. Come on, for God's sakes. Am I right, Anthony?
Give me about 14 days.
Okay. You see, now who would, and his mom is the same week my birthday. What are we gonna do with that? Okay. Sometimes you got to call things the way it is, and I'm the girl to do it. Okay? So, I'm saying to y'all, before I get into some other stuff, I just want to say that I am so happy, honored, and thankful that you all are here. And I got to say one word about master plan. I didn't want to take the MC's job, but I got to say this. I've been hearing about master plan, my God, since way before 1983, before we married. We have a picture, and I forgot to bring it, when Kenny was in his 20s and Doug had his arm on his shoulder. Somebody named Dino, I think was the second. Okay.
He died last year.
Okay, see, so this history thing, man, is unbelievable. Damn, you remember me today, you know, this is beautiful stuff. I'm so glad that I have music that is my therapy right now. And I have to play my music. And anybody who does it, you know you got to do it. Yeah, and you don't have any choice, you know. So I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you making the drive. And then downstate, I don't know where you from.
Bloomington, Illinois.
That's downstate to me. Okay. So get in that car and drive when you don't even want to drive 3 blocks. I just want to let you know. And for you and Doug to hook up, know that I'll always appreciate it. Something about Joyce Walker, these girls can tell you, when I say forever, I mean forever. I don't forget nothing. I remember people that are there for me. And that's right, Virginia Rogers. I remember people now. I don't play. See, if you were there for me, I'm going to find you. Say, hey, Doug, you were there. So this is all I can bring to the table. And I want you all to give your honor with me. And I really appreciate everybody standing up here. Do not misquote me. Okay? I mean that too. I'm telling you this from my heart. And if you do it from your heart, that's it. Nothing else doesn't matter.
That's all you can do.
Talk to me, Daryl. That's what I'm talking about. Because I can only be real, and these ladies know that. Everybody should know that about me by now. Okay? So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Don't forget, Ms. Meloria, I say it in front of your face and behind your back. Just keep that in mind, okay? Give these people a round. Thank you. Okay. We got a lot of time left. Thank you all so much. I'm so glad. I'm glad that this is on camera because when y'all ain't thinking about me no more, I'm gonna be watching that camera. And I'm gonna say, well, once upon a time, I think they kind of like me a little bit, you know. Before I go on to a few things I want to share with you, I mean, I hate to, you know, I beat a dead horse, but daggone. 41 plus 5 years is a lot of years, so I gotta say a few things. Before I get that, I'm gonna tell you about somebody that I met on the street corner of Chicago on a hot day. His wife knows this story. And I'm going on State Street and somebody's playing one of my favorite songs called The Shadow of Your Smile. Kenny and I played that together. This is one of the best songs we played. And I'm like, this guy's playing one of my favorite songs. But only one thing, it was about 98 degrees. Do I have to wait for him to finish his song to say something? Because, God, he is hot out here. I waited. And it was the best moves I made. Now I'm gonna ask him to stand up because this man has stood up with me like a brother. Bo, please. One of the best sax players if you ain't heard, listen to me. Okay? One of the best sax players. Do I say it behind your back into your face? That's how I am. So thank you all so much. I just want to give you a few things before I sit down. When I think of Kenny, I think his sister said this. What do I think of? He loved to play drums. He loved to drive. He loved to draw. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
He was in fact, you know that? I got pictures and I just couldn't bring the whole house full of stuff. But this drawing he did with pencil is unbelievable.
Yeah, something else.
Do you know that? I mean,
I really do.
Yeah.
Something else we shared.
See, that's something else. So I'm trying to touch him.
Yeah.
Come on, Doug.
It's a comic book aficionado.
Yeah.
They started drawing that.
Yes, yes. And this is about him. You know, who knows? Maybe somebody may say a few words about me one day. But we're talking about the real person. What did they do? So, and Marcella talked about how we met, which was just unbelievable, the whole thing. I said I would never get married. What happened? I meet a drummer and well, we together. Lord, how embarrassing. Boy, who could have thought that? I didn't. And it was just meant to be. The intelligence somebody was talking about, the sense of humor. Okay, you all, so I'm going to talk about this pet name that my sister didn't share, or Marcella didn't share. My name is Renee. So what does he do? He calls me the backward spelling of my name, which is Ener. Now that might sound so corny, but let me tell you why it worked. When we were in Mariano's, all we had to do was say Ener, and guess what? Only 2 people gonna respond. There ain't nobody that's gonna respond to that. It was so corny, but it made us laugh so much. The sense of humor was just off the chain. You never had a humorous conversation with Kenny. I mean, he was already intelligent, but we made each other laugh, and that is really, really what kept the glue going, man. You ain't got a sense of humor. I'm gonna give you some free advice. You're in a relationship, you better have a sense of humor because you're gonna need it, okay? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know I can get a witness on that one. Keep laughing, keep laughing. What I will miss, I had never gone only to Arkansas and Chicago. Now you know that didn't last too long with Kenny, right? Kenny took me to at least 48 states in the United States. Driving, not flying, not even Amtrak. Driving in the car. The longest trip was from Chicago to San Francisco. Okay, in a car. And we sang the whole way. See, we was jamming. You would have thought we had a concert in the car, Doug, okay? Because it was like, don't, okay, we can stop. But the bottom line is, the only trip I couldn't make was Alaska. Can you imagine this brother driving from Chicago to Alaska? That's deep. That's a lot of days and a lot of hours. And he told me that was on his bucket list. And I am so glad to say he achieved that goal. Somebody was talking about Loretta, whatever he wanted to do, he wanted to do that. And that's what life is all about. So he did drive, so I'm really glad that he did that. Now, honestly, you all, I feel he's still with me. I guess maybe that's why I'm not crying, because I can hear his keys in the door. Said, hey baby, I'm here. You know, I do. I feel it. You know, it's a lot of space in life. But I guess the celebration part and knowing that I had a chance to spend that time with him keeps me smiling. It really, really does. So I just want to say to you all, I thank every single person. I'm trying not to leave out anybody. If I didn't call you up here, it's because maybe I just didn't call you up here. But I want to thank you for the kind words and the kindness that I have experienced since this happened. I mean, it made me just change about people. People in my building that never used to speak, and they just hugged me and said, Joyce, we're so sorry. So, you know, sometimes through sadness we get joy. Somebody used to tell me that, but I didn't understand that. But really, you do get joy. So once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate Jeff. I really appreciate you all being here and just taking a moment out of your time, because you can do anything else you want to do, and you can be with me. And I got to say one more thing. I want to give a shout out to my engineer over there, who has worked like a slave driver to help her new kids get off today, Mr. Ronnie Covington. Adrian Bowser. Okay, another partner in the music and team. So thank you all so much. I'm done. And thank you all, ladies and gents, for coming up. And Dorothy did not come up here. Dorothy. You know I'm getting old. Come up here, please. Dorothy is a person that I've been knowing probably about 10 years. You get hugged to. And it seems like it's been 40, okay? The relationship that we have developed don't go nowhere. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I have to tell you. See, it's too much stuff. Well, I ain't should have told you nothing. I'm telling you now. I love you, right? Okay? Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you all so much, and I'm here to eat.
And that's the real Joyce Renee. It doesn't get any better. I always say when she's playing, well, you know, it doesn't get any better than that, okay? She is for real. She is the real deal. I thank you guys for your attentiveness, and thank you so much for putting your hearts in this story, because this is truly a life story here.
Oh,
It will go on with the music, and the music will take her forward. I know, I've been there. The music will take you forward. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate it.